Welcome back to episode 3 of Charlie Sheringham's Road to Glory. Now this is the team we have ourselves on. Pause it if you wish to see it, but the only upgrade there from the last episode is the right centre back in Smith. Now we come up against the Wolverhampton Wanderers in effect. Now we've already played Southend United and we played a guy also with an Ipswich Town team. I believe we beat both of them, but Wolves is a bit more of a test as Wolves are quite clearly the best team in the league currently, and this guy had a bit of luck on his side, but probably deserved it because of a better player. As you see here, Sigurdsson gets himself through, and after some god-awful defending from me, I do finally get the ball in my box, and I go to knock it to the player on the edge, and my composure absolutely batters me in the face, and he sticks it in the back of the net, and it is a lesson that we do not learn from, as you'll see after. Now, this guy beats me, I'll just say that right now. He was a good player, so I can't begrudge him. A couple of his goals are a bit lucky or fortunate. I mean, that's the good finish there. Oh, should have been a good finish. The guy's in for the rebound, so I can't say anything about that. But his two other goals here are just my fault, really. But at the end of the day, the guy deserved the win, so he gets the win. So what I was going to say is that I have taken, not this episode, as I am an episode ahead, I will just throw that straight out there. And without ruining things, I have upgraded John Flanagan. But today, as I pass the ball to Lee Griffiths and he knocks it in for the third, today I've realised that John Flanagan is now upgraded to an in-form left back. Now I'm just wondering if you guys would like to see John Flanagan, the in-form version at left back. I know I've got him at right back currently, but if I could upgrade or have the coins when his price comes down, if you would like to see him at left back, if you would, just let me know below. It's going to be expensive, but it is the sort of player I like having in the squad. Now, as you see here, beat me 4-0. I'm not like other YouTubers that are going to say he only had 4 shots. The guy battered me, he was a better player than me. It is that simple. And we lost the match, so we stick with the same team. And we go into the game now hoping we can get a win so we can eventually upgrade a player. Because obviously, when you're on a bit of a dry streak, it's hard to get out of. Now, this guy's team was Mignolet in goal, Harry Garcia in defensive midfield, Matthew Everington, I apologise, in left mid, and Bobby Zamora striker, with a lot of bronze players just sort of fumbling around, and some random 53 rated Norwich player out there on the wing. And in fairness to the guy, he was a pretty poor player. His squad wasn't the best either, and we took full advantage straight away. Robinson there unlucky with a ball off the bar, and Teddy Sheringham was never going to miss that rebound to make it 1-0 early on into the game. And it was one of them games which I'm sure we've all had them. It's one of them games where you just expect something bad to happen to you because you battered the guy in the entire game. As Charlie gets unlucky here, knocks back to him and just can't finish it, which was unfortunate. But as I was saying, we've all had them games where you absolutely just dominate somebody, and you sit there about 20 minutes after into your domination, you think, I'm never going to score, and he is. This is what this felt like. Charlie Sheringham should have scored there. Again here, I think it's Jolly should score. No, not Jolly this time. Robinson should score here. Probably should have taken my time a bit more with it. And I think it's this one here where Jolly should score. Gets clean through again. I mean, not only should Jolly score, but Teddy Sheringham, it's an open goal. I tried to just blast this top corner and I made an absolute tit of myself. And here I'm just fearful, knocking straight through ball in there to Teddy Sheringham. It's just over hit, and I'm thinking, oh, I'm never going to score another here. This is just going to get worrying. And then all it takes is one stroke of genius for the other guy, or a bit of luck, and you just sat there gutted. But thankfully, Ezekiel Friars finds a bit of space there on the edge of the box and just pings it. It's unlucky there. It's a decent enough save, and from the resulting corner, I finally score a headed goal. Smith, my new player, decent enough header. And, you know, the keeper's not saving that in off the post. And into the second half, it sort of died out a bit. But that stroke of genius I talked about is just about to come up, man. This is one hell of a bicycle kick. That's just incredible. Now, the guy had 2 shots all game, which you'll see at the stats at the end. And in fairness, if his other shot was anything like that, I'd be fearful, man. That was one hell of a goal. I literally sent him a message after saying, mate, what a goal. He was like, yeah, cheers. But, I mean, we come out of the game with a 2-1 winner. And I'm just going to throw the stats up there. That is complete and utter annihilation. 22 shots, 12 on target's a bit poor from that. It's a low enough percentage, but just under 90% passing, 60% possession. It's pretty decent stats all around for me, but I could still only win 2-1, so it wasn't really my sort of day. But we go straight into a third game there, and I realised after I bought Daniels, who I've just subbed on, that I had him on the bench anyway, so it was a bit of a waste of coins. But we've upgraded Ezekiel Friars for Daniels. I believe he's a Bournemouth left back. He's a bit quicker because Ezekiel Friars keeps getting beat down the wing, and he's not as attackive because, again, as I just said, Ezekiel Friars gets beaten down the wing too much. So we come into this game here with a silver championship squad, and I got off to the worst start possible. As you'll see here, it's a nice bit of passing play, and this is brilliant. This nice little play there by Chris O'Grady knocks it into Andy Johnson, and I knew I was in trouble straight away, so I just tried to slide to block the shot, and I'm 1-0 down within 2 minutes, and I'm fearful. I've already lost the game this episode, and I'm sat there thinking I can't lose 2 games out of 3. That would just be embarrassing. But we kick off and we think, we've got to start going for it, but once Weston takes the worst touch ever, someone needs to recommend me a new left midfielder, sorry, because he's got the pace, he's got a bit of power, but his first touch is absolutely shocking. You just can't really do much with him. But after a nice little passing move here, as you'll see, Daniels knocks the ball into Charlie over to Teddy knocks it to Robinson, and we get ourselves 1-1 after 5 minutes. And I'm thinking this is going to be one of them games which is just epic, but nothing happens for about half an hour until he gets a free kick on the edge of my box and I counter with it. This is just an awful pass again here by Charlie Sheringham. I'm really going to struggle when it comes to the better teams, but the strike itself is decent to put us 2-1 ahead, and I'm now sitting there incredibly confident after going 1-0 down 2 minutes in to be in 2-1 up after what, just under 40 minutes. I'm starting to think, you know, I've got a chance against this guy. He's a good player, but I should be able to hold him out and just hit him on the counter attack as I did there. But my optimism pretty much died within about 35 seconds as he gets some kickoff again. This guy's got to be the greatest kickoff player ever. I mean, my defending is absolutely shoddy, but all he's really done is beat one player there with Rudy Austin, knocks it into Chris O'Grady, and it's 2-2, and it's that basic. And the game actually just died. It was an atrocious game from here on out, but in the 82nd minute or so, he gets himself into the box, and on the rebound, Andy Johnson punishes me, and he comes out with a 3-2 win. So unfortunately, from the episode, we've lost twice, and we've only got ourselves one upgrade, which is a bit disappointing. But hopefully next time round we can sort our squad out, sort my playing ability out, because I've been pretty poor from that. And that is that, ladies and gentlemen. So if you like what you see, don't be afraid to like, comment and subscribe, and as always, I'll catch you next time. And if you want to recommend me a player, please do in the comments below.